Welcome to this step-by-step instructional video on how to install the ParticleTech sample unit. First, unpack the content of the flight case. The sample unit comes with the following: a power supply and a USB cable, a set of pre-cut tubes, stirrer tubes, a ParticleTech flow cell valve and 2 stirrer motors. And finally the sample unit itself, including 2 stirrer rods. The first step is to install the stirrer rods. Take the 2 stirrer rods provided and screw them clockwise into the designated slots on the sample unit. Make sure they are securely attached. Then, tighten the securing screws to keep the rods in place. Now, let's connect the power supply and the USB cable. Locate the power supply and plug it into a mains power source. Next, insert the barrel plug into the rear side of the sample unit. Finally, connect the square end of the USB cable to the rear side of the sample unit. Before plugging in the USB cable to the PC, please make sure that you have installed all the necessary ParticleTech software. You can find the instructions on how to do this by going to the webpage particletech.dk/quickstart. Now it's time to install the ParticleTech flow cell valve. Insert the connector of the flow cell valve into the corresponding port on the rear side of the sample unit. Once inserted, twist the outer cap of the connector clockwise to securely lock it in place. Next, install each stirrer motor on its respective stirrer rod and adjust the height to your liking. Tighten the locking screw to keep the motors in place. Finally, connect the barrel plug of each stirrer to its corresponding port on the front of the sample unit. It is now time to power on the sample unit. Locate the rocker switch on the rear side of the sample unit and switch it on. Once powered on, a green diode will illuminate on the front of the sample unit. Finally, it is now time to install the rubber stirrers. Simply push the end of each rubber stirrer onto the pin of the respective stirrer motor. The sample unit has now been installed and is now ready to be used.